Otakuans, we have another special surprise for you today. So we say it all the time, but if this is your first time coming to the channel, we have a special content creation partnership with Universus, and they have allowed us to share with you guys some new cards that are coming up later this year, which, I mean, we only got a month left in the year, so they will be coming out December 6th. But this is going to be Star Trek The Lower Decks. I'm super excited about this card reveal and this card deck because I'm a big Star Trek guy. I'm a big Star Wars guy. Pretty much anything that's space fantasy, I really, really love. And the fact that they can get a Star Trek deck out there, and you know, for people who are into that kind of stuff, that's really, really amazing. So again, we appreciate Universus for allowing us to share this with you. We have some character reveal cards, we have our character cards, we have some other just smaller cards that are going to be in that deck. But again, this does come out December 6th. Now, if you guys aren't familiar about what Lower Decks is, and we'll kind of get into some of the characters here when we get into a few of these cards, but Star Trek Lower Decks is essentially an animated TV show that's on Amazon Prime right now, and it's about pretty much like, if you've ever seen a show where it's always about like the captain and the main characters, the lieutenants, like, you know, you've seen Star Trek itself, the movies are about Captain Kirk, they're about Spock, they're about Worf, they're about Scotty, the main characters. This is actually about the crew of the Lower Decks. So you got your like basic of basic crew members, the ones that are just joined the Starfleet, just joined the military, right? And they're the lowest of the low ranks. They're the general population. And this show is absolutely hilarious. I mean, I've been binging it just to kind of catch up on my Lower Decks knowledge, because it's very rare that sometimes we get a show where we are able to see, or we are able to kind of get the point of view of the other people. And now this isn't on the Enterprise, this is on the Cerritos, the SS Cerritos. So it's a completely different ship, but it still has some of that Star Trek feel, but it also has the animation and the funniness. So I would say something like Rick and Morty. And it has the animation of that as well. But this is a fantastic show, and the fact that they're putting it on cards is absolutely great. Now, to start it off, the character that we have to reveal to you guys today is going to be Sam Rutherford. So, first card's pulled up here. This is his first character card. It says Sam Rutherford, Resourceful Engineer. Sam Rutherford on the show is where it says right here, he's an engineer, but he's not just any engineer. He's half, or I wouldn't even say half, but he's like a quarter cyborg. So if you see the little power scaler that's on his head, you know, for my DBZ fans, his power level's over 9,000. No, but he converted part of his brain to become a cyborg so he can like do some cyborg things, but sometimes it doesn't always work out the way it's supposed to for him, and it gets him into a little bit more trouble than it should. But he is extremely intelligent, super smart, super funny, but he's again one of those goofball characters where he's like tripping all over himself and still figuring out problems, but still finding himself in other problems that he created as well. So let's get into this first card. So this is going to be a Sam Rutherford, Resourceful Engineer, and it says Instant, right? He's lowest of the low, lowest rank you got. So your response is, after a non-throw attack is played, switch its speed and damage, and then you have its enhance. This attack gets +1 or -1 speed or damage. He has health of 30. The next character card is also going to be a Sam Rutherford card, and this is the Devron Racer. So this is kind of like an alter ego that Sam Rutherford has in the later seasons of the show. And this says, Inventor, your tech attacks get +2 speed. Your enhance is once per turn, and this enhance step. And then your first form, if your rival has 8 or more ready foundations, draw 1 card, and your rival commits 1 foundation. This Sam Rutherford, the Devron Racer, has a 21 health for him. So obviously the first Sam Rutherford has a little bit more health, and this one has a little bit less health. Now the next are going to be some of your more basic cards, some of your cards that are going to be in the deck that you can use with the deck that you have in your hand. And this is going to be Strange Energies. So response is, after your rival plays a blitz ability or a non-character enhance ability, your rival checks against a 7. If they fail, cancel that ability. So that is going to be your response on this card, Strange Energies. Now, Badgy. Badgy the Vengeful Pal. Badgy is hilarious in the show. Badgy is essentially an AI program that he created in the system. So if any of you are know about the Star Trek world or know about, you know, the certain types of amenities that they have on the ship. The one of the amenities would be a food processor. So it's essentially, think of it like an air fryer, where you go up to the air fryer and you just hit a button and say, make me pizza, and a pizza will just pop out immediately. The second one of the second amenities they have is a simulation room. So it's essentially, think of a giant living room that's covered in, like, it's just nothing, and then you go in and you can program your own simulations and say, simulation, take me to the beaches in Hawaii, and then all of a sudden, and then the whole entire room will turn into a beach in Hawaii. You can sit on the sand, feel the sun, water, you know, that super futuristic tech that we have. Well, Badgy is an AI program that he programmed into the simulation tech to help him essentially like run different types of simulations, or better simulations. However, it says vengeful pal because sometimes Badgy, if he's let off the leash, he becomes I would say a psychopath. He's like the Skynet. He's always trying to hurt people. He's always messing with the crew, messing with the ship. One of the more recent, or one of the earlier episodes in the show, he asked Badgy to create him some viruses to defeat a Romulan fleet, and Badgy said, okay, but you have to take off the safety measures first. And he's like, you're not gonna try to kill me again, are you? And he's like, no, I would never do that. You take the safety features off, and then he tried to kill him. He tried to blow him up with the ship. So vengeful pal, but Badgy is quite hilarious. So this is a breaker, a 1 ally tech. So your response is, after you play this card, build it. Enhance is once per turn, your turn. Your attack gets +3 damage. Any player may play this ability, and this is Badgy. I'm going to wear your skin. Yeah, Badgy is he's not there. He's not there at all. And then we got the USS Seras. So the USS Seras is the ship that they are on. That's the main ship of the show, where all of our characters, Sam, Rutherford, is. And this is a unique card. This is ship, obviously. Form is once per turn. Reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and one of them to your hand, one to the bottom of your deck and one to the top of your deck. And it says, by Brad Boilemer, the Seras is a handsome lady. Brad Boilemer is, I would say, your main character. He's the one that's always trying to follow Star Command's rules. He's always trying to impress the captain. He's trying to be a suck up, a kiss ass. You know, he's one of those guys, but he, again, finds himself in more trouble. Him, Sam, Rutherford, and a few of the other crewmates are like a really tight-knit group, and they're always like doing stuff together, getting in trouble together, and trying to find their way out of it. But they make it at the end of the day. And the Seras is a very handsome lady. Charged alien sploof. So charged alien sploof, it's exactly what it sounds like, and I'm not even going to get into it. This is a girl on the show who her and Sam, they have a relationship. They have a thing, but they don't ever, they're not there yet. And they may get in the later episodes. I can't remember, but as of the first few seasons, they're not quite there yet, but she's super smart as well. But this is a tech card. So this is your blitz. Your rival must commit 1 foundation as an additional cost to play enhanced abilities during this attack. Your response is going to be, after you play this attack, it gets +2 damage for each other tech attack in your card pool. All right, then we got Cyborg Slap. So Cyborg Slap is just a move he took off a cyborg's hand and slapped him in the face. But this is your tech card. Enhance is hand, discard. This attack gets +2 or -2 damage. Your X, so your 3 enhance, spend 1 or more momentum. This attack gets +3 speed for each momentum spent to play the cost of this ability. And that's Sam Rutherford smacking the hell out of another cyborg. Redirect power to the shields. So this is your response. So sacrifice 1 foundation before you take damage from an attack. Reduce the damage you would have taken by 3. And that's him just redirecting power to the shields, because they're shields. It's a running joke in the Star Trek community that, like, they're supposed to have the highest tech in the world, and the minute they get hit with 1 laser, they're like, shields are at 10%, like, out of nowhere. So it's a thing. But that is essentially our last card that we're revealing to you guys today. We appreciate Universus. Please go check them out. Again, this set does release on December 6th, 2024. There are some other cards that we're going to show to you a little bit later in the week, so if you're looking forward to that, please go check that out later in the week. Check out our last video, check out our videos in the future. Universus has allowed us to do this with you guys and show you these cards just so you can really get ready for them and kind of build your decks. One good thing, one of the greatest things about Universus that is different from all the other decks or cards that you can collect is that you can get a deck from your favorite show or favorite TV series, most obviously animated, and you can play against somebody else that has a different set. We've done the Cowboy Bebop versus the Trigun. There's Attack on Titan, so I can have an Attack on Titan deck, and you can have a Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks deck, and we could play together. So it really bridges the gaps in communities of people who like different styles of cards or want to have their own cards that they can collect, because I still have my Cowboy Bebop set. I love the Cowboy Bebop. That's like my second favorite anime of all time. And if somebody wanted to play against me but they really love Attack on Titan, they can grab an Attack on Titan deck and we can play together. So Universus does a really good job in bridging that gap in the player community. But we appreciate Universus. We appreciate you guys for sticking around. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, ring the notification bells down below so you don't miss out on our future episodes. Don't miss out on our normal weekly big episode, and we're going to be dropping some more of these cards so we can show you guys, the community who do like the cards, a little bit more what you have to expect in the future. But we appreciate it. We love you guys. Peace out.